Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for the subscriptions. That means a lot to me. I ended up with a little problem last night with my blanket. I figured I'd do a little bit of crocheting last night before I went to bed. This is the first part of my blanket. It was a lot bigger than that. It's kind of comical. I'm laughing to myself. This is the second part that was doing the hangly dangly off the first part. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. I couldn't figure it out. I tried in vain for 2 or 3 hours to crochet it all back together. Nope. Usually I can fudge stuff like that. Not this time. It wasn't working. So I pulled out 4 rows. 4 rows. And I just couldn't believe my eyes. I worked for 2 hours trying to figure out, and I've never had anything like this ever happen to me before, ever. So I'm thinking maybe I didn't leave a long enough tail, and I cut right here where I tied it off, or I cut through the knot. I don't know. All I know is the only one that knows is the cat, and she's not telling anybody. So yeah, I pulled out 4 rows. And with this type of blanket, it's easy to do. To rip out a row. And I balled up all of my yarn so I can still use it. But this has me perplexed. I've never had this happen to me before, ever. When I do my doilies or a tablecloth, if there was one tablecloth that I did that I had to rip about 70 rows out of, that was not fun. But it had to be done because I made one teeny tiny little mistake with a stitch. And when that happens, it brings that mistake all the way through your work. So it's gonna throw everything off. So I went through and I'm ripping, swearing to myself, going, how? Pay attention next time, dummy. Usually I can fudge stuff like that so it doesn't look that bad. But the perfectionist that I am, yeah. And I would sit up in the living room and my mother would watch me and she's going, "You're ripping it out again?" I said, "Yeah, I made a mistake. And these are things that I sell, so I want them to look professional." She was like, "I don't want to learn how to crochet if you have to do that. If you pay attention, you don't have to." Just saying. And I just want to say that count your stitches, because if you don't have enough stitches, it's going to throw the whole work off. And make sure that your stitches are correct. I crochet, like I said, I crochet so fast that I need to slow down at times just for my head to catch up to my fingers. And throw onto that I'm teaching myself Italian crochet or Italian crochet. Yeah, that's not easy. It's Italian lace work, I guess is what they call it. It's kind of like crochet, but once I get it, it'll be okay. I think the next thing that we're gonna work on is probably going to be like a granny square, because I know a lot of people like granny squares because you can use like yarn that you've had for other projects laying around, and that's a good way to get rid of that. I love doing granny squares. I was in a group on Facebook 5 years ago, maybe. I'm not sure if I told you this story or not. If I have, excuse me for repeating myself. And we would pick out a granny square that we wanted to make. And we'd send it to like these 60 or 70 people, however many people were in the group. And I have an amazing blanket that and they were from all over the world. So that's kind of a cool thing to do. So I think the next thing we're gonna do are granny squares. I want to know how you're doing. Hopefully better than me. With your blanket. I have to laugh. I don't know what I did. I honestly don't know. But it's an easy fix. It's not a big deal. And it's not going to take much time for me to get it back to where I had it. I want to know how you're doing with your blankets. Any problems? Anything. I'm trying to encourage you. I want you to encourage me to continue doing this. And to do that, all you have to do is leave a comment in the comment section. If you have a question, put it in the comments. And I know there's a lot of you that are viewing these videos. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification. It doesn't cost you anything. And then with the bell notification, it will tell you when I'm dropping another video. So please interact with me. That's why I'm doing this, is to teach you. And if you have questions, please ask. I can definitely help you. So yeah, I think once we're done with our blanket, we're going to do granny squares. Because that's a really easy thing to learn. Because right now I want easier things to teach you so that you don't get discouraged. Because if you get discouraged, I'm gonna get discouraged. Because I want to be the best teacher I can be for you. And learning crochet, it's a dying art. And I love to crochet because it's a way for me to relax. It's a way for me to get my mind off from everything. If you have friends that want to learn, share the videos with them. If you have kids that want to learn, share the videos with them. You can all learn together. So let me know how you're doing with your project, because I'm curious. If you can put a picture in the comments, do that so I can see where you are and how your progress is. I'm curious. I want to know. And like I said, I know there's a lot of you viewing these. Hit the like button, at least. Oh, there's one thing that I wanted to show you all. It's the difference between the half double crochet and a double crochet. Where's the end of my work? There it is. All right, so I've started over again just because. Okay, so these are our half double crochets. So a double crochet, let me just put a half double crochet in here. All right, so what you want to do is yarn over, go in here, yarn over again. You're still going to have 3 loops on your hook. So you yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 more. That's a double crochet. See how much bigger that one is? It stands taller than this one here. These are the ones that we're working with, the half double crochets. I just wanted to show you that just for reference. And in the next project, we will be doing double crochets. So continue with that. Let me know how it's going. Because like I said, I'm really curious as to see how your work is coming along. Hopefully it's better than mine. But we too shall get through this. So let me know. And as I said, thank you for the subscriptions. I really appreciate it. And the wonderful comments. It warms my heart. And it spurs me on to do more. I'm sorry there wasn't a video yesterday. I had to make a trip to Burlington. And I was there for about 2.5, 3 hours. And by the time I got home, there was all kinds of yard work and stuff to do. So, and then I found this and wanted to cry. But I didn't. It'll be okay. We'll get through it. It's not a big deal. So like I said, leave a comment if you have questions, comments, anything. If you want to send me a picture of your work, put it in the comments. I personally would love to see how you're doing. So I'm not sure if there's going to be a video tomorrow. Maybe. But I know definitely Friday. And I'm going to try to do a live. I'll see what this weekend looks like. Maybe Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, subscribe, hit the bell. Doesn't cost you anything. And try not to make the same mistake I did. If you do, let me know. Let's hope you don't. Because I don't know how I did that. But it happens to all of us. Don't let it bother you. It's not going to bother me because I know how to fix it. So let me know. And I'll see you soon. Peace.